Digital Personal Data Protection Act. We have an important topic to discuss today, which is DPDP or Digital Personal Data Protection Act. Our lives are integrated with the digital technologies and personal data. It is important to understand this piece of legislation. Before that, what is the right to privacy? We need to recollect the verdict of the Supreme Court in case Puttaswamy case. During that time, it was declared that the individual enjoys the fundamental right to privacy. This landmark ruling actually set the stage for DPDP Act. DPDP Act offers protective legislative cover while handling digital personal data when entities provide services to the citizens of India and do data processing activities within the geographical boundaries of India or across its borders. This wide-reaching applicability of the law would reshape all organizations, how they manage and protect personal data. There are also exemptions provided under the Act one should be aware of. Though DPDP upholds the principles of data protection, the Act recognizes the need for practicality in its applications. The Act provides exemptions for personal data used purely for personal purpose and the data that are publicly made available. These exemptions are the proof to the Act's pragmatic approach. It is essential to know some key terms. We will discuss each one here. What is consent? An important term here. The Act mandates organizations must seek and obtain clear and voluntary permission from the individuals before they use the personal data. Another related term is the consent manager. Facilitating this consent process is the role of the consent manager, and he is an individual who assists people in managing their data permissions. Notice to the individuals, the next important term, transparency is supreme in the Act. The organizations have to furnish the notice to the clients in clear and simple language about their data usage practices. Data fiduciary is another important entity. It's an entity that has the authority to frame rules how personal data is to be used. There is an important question in the minds of everyone. Can data processing happen outside India? Yes. But there is a catch. The government will notify foreign nations which do not conform to Indian data protection standards, and hence in those countries data transfer not allowed for processing. Data principals or DPs are you and me. DPs are individuals to whom personal data belongs. It also includes children and individuals with disabilities. If children are DPs, how do their data is protected? Due to the vulnerability of the children in the digital space, the DPDP Act makes that for children below the age of 18, organizations have to have the explicit parental or guardian consent for data processing activities belong to the children. One more important thing about children, the organizations are barred from tracking children's online behavior or targeting them with personalized advertisements. Who are data processors? The entities which are authorized for handling of personal data. Are there any exemptions for the Act? Yes. The data processing is permitted without explicit consent in certain emergencies or legal obligations. What are the other salient features of the DPDP Act? Data fiduciaries should have a set of rigorous rules governing the management of personal data. These data fiduciaries are also required to provide unambiguous information to the data principals about how their data is used. The Act also imposes the responsibility of reporting of any data breaches by the data fiduciary. DPDP truly empowers data principals like you and me. Data principals can access their data, rectify any inaccuracies, raise complaints in case of personal data mishandling. DPs can also appoint a representative to act on their behalf. While upholding the sanctity of the data protection, the Act exempts certain entities from certain provisions of the Act which are engaged in national security or research. Who enforces DPDP Act? It's a data protection board. The board is entrusted with investigating the data breaches, addressing the complaints, and imposing penalties for breaches, accountability and also compliance. So the conclusion is this: the DPDP Act made simple, accessible and rational and stands as a safeguard for protecting our digital existence. The Act makes sincere effort to recognize and include women by using gender inclusive language in it, ensuring equitable protection of their rights. DPDP Act also enables the lawful utilization of the data, and at the same time nurtures digital innovation within India. DPDP is the proof of affirmation of individual rights and imposes larger responsibility on the organizations handling data. If you found this video informative, please like, share and subscribe for more content on important topics. Thank you for watching Learn by Choice.